Спој на техно и класичен стил со необичен сценски настап и изглед. Најпознатата виолинистка на сите времиња, британката Ванеса Меј. Некогаш нарекувана и чудо од дете, утре ќе одржи музички спектакл во VIP арената Борис Трајковски. Со британската мега популарна виолинистка разговараше Михаела Димовска. Ванеса Меј ексклузивно за Канал 5 вели.
Запишана е во Гинисовата книга на рекорди како најмлад инструменталист кој изведува концерти на Чајковски и Бетовен со поп, джез и техно звук. Била номинирана и на британските музички награди за најдобар женски изведувач, а во 2006 година била рангирана како една од најбогатите млади изведувачи. Ванеса Меј, гостин во дневникот на Канал 5. Welcome in the Central News. It's really honored to have you.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here speaking to you, and it's my first time here in Macedonia, so I'm super excited for my show tomorrow.
You have so many fans here. They are really excited about tomorrow's concert. How do you feel?
Well, I'm so happy to be here. You know, I have my band, and we've just come off another show, but we're excited to be here. We're going to be performing new songs from various different albums of mine. We're going to be teaming up with a local orchestra and a local choir. So I really hope people here in the audience are going to enjoy the variety of music we have on offer, because I like to show off the violin as a classical instrument, but also as a modern instrument, you know, from, as you mentioned, pop and classical and rock. I don't understand Macedonian, but I heard the different styles, and that's totally what my show is about. So there's going to be like quieter moments, more romantic moments, more electric moments, and also more, you know, sort of classical, traditional, even some world music, pop, jazz, rock moments.
You've been performing from a really young age. What is your next achievement? You've traveled the world, you've been everywhere, you've seen a lot of people. So what is your next achievement?
You know, I think that when I started young, I just took it all for granted, because it was what I was trained to do, was to be a violinist. And because it all started so early for me to travel the world, I then in my 20s and 30s decided to take a bit of a, you know, breather, a bit of a pit stop, because it was just getting a bit of a, you know, how do you say it, non-stop treadmill of work. But now I just pick and choose the few shows that I want to do per year, because I have other interests outside of music, which are just hobbies, such as skiing in the winter. But now the snow's melted, I was like, I really want to get back on stage with my band.
You're beautiful, you're famous, you're rich. What makes you happy?
So many things make me happy. Good food, my chihuahua, I have a dog who's actually also with me here in Macedonia, so he's been already out walking, sightseeing, and just, you know, sharing music. I think it's a language, you know, and I'm not somebody who is super sociable, so my way of communicating, is through music and through being on stage. But I also love nature, you know, I love animals and I love nature, and I live in the mountains, so that kind of brings me at peace. And it's also been a childhood dream of mine since I was 14 to live in the mountains, so I feel like I'm kind of living my early dream domestically. And in general, as I said, you know, I'm happy when my dog is happy and healthy and he's with me on tour, so I'm in a good place right now.
When you said mountain, it's really interesting fact that you have been part of Winter Olympics 2040.
That's correct.
From where is the love for the sport?
Well, I started playing music at a young age, and also skiing. Obviously, I was much more gifted at music than at sports, but I always sort of kept sports a little bit in the background as a hobby, you know, on holiday. And I was lucky enough to go skiing kind of, you know, a couple of weeks most years, not between the age of 10 and 14, because I was busy preparing 3 classical albums to kickstart my career as a classical violinist before I moved into more modern music. But I always loved skiing. So when I moved to the mountains in 2009, I thought, hey, you know, now I have no excuse not to try to become a better amateur skier. And there was a chance to go to the Olympics. I went for Thailand, even though, you know, I have different nationalities in me, you know, British, Thai, Chinese, living in Switzerland. My partner's French, my dog's Mexican, but, you know, I have a very sort of cosmopolitan life. But I thought, if I'm going to represent a country, it would be so cool to do something with Thailand, because I've never really celebrated that part of my, you know, my identity. And I was lucky to go, go. There were exotic skiers from like Mexico and India and other places like, I think Peru. So, the Olympics was a great chance to go for fun, obviously, violinist turned skier. It was just a chance to fulfill a sort of a hobby dream, which was great.
Thank you very much for the interview. I appreciate your time, and I hope and I know that you will have a great concert tomorrow.
Thank you so much. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my trip here. Thank you for having me.